$12 a month for wallpapers? So the biggest tech YouTuber on the planet just released his very first app, and it's bad. It's really bad. It's so bad that I'm talking about it. I make videos about superhero movies and Scooby-Doo, but I felt compelled to sit down and make this video about a wallpaper app from a tech YouTuber. And I'm not doing this for drama or clout or anything like that. I genuinely don't think my audience cares about this topic as much as I do. But I just have so many thoughts about this. I want to dive into it really quickly. So this is who we're talking about. If you're not familiar, this is Marques Brownlee from the channel MKBHD. Like I said, he's like the biggest tech YouTuber on the planet, has been for who knows how many years. I genuinely think that he and his team make fantastic videos. I used to follow a lot of tech YouTubers back in the day, and I've unsubscribed from pretty much all of them except for MKBHD because tech YouTubers are largely very annoying. I would recommend to most people, if you want a review of a tech product, find a smaller channel to do it. That's neither here nor there. Let's get to the actual point. Yesterday, as I'm recording this, Marques tweeted that he is pumped to be launching this app. People have asked where I get my wallpapers forever, so this is the answer now and forever: Panels. This is an app that he says he is launching. I'm so pumped to be launching this app. Keep that in mind. He says that he is launching this app. And as you can sort of imagine, it's just a wallpaper app. And he talks more about it in this video of his iPhone 16 and 16 Pro review.
So this is the iPhone 16, and this is the iPhone 16 Pro. Brand new, and I've been testing them for about 2 weeks now. But you know what I've been doing way longer than 2 weeks? Working on a new app that we are finally launching.
He'll go on to say he's been working on it for a year and that he is launching it. We are launching it. His team is launching it.
We have a bunch of awesome artists over there that we are splitting profits with 50-50.
Okay. Put a pin in that for right now. We'll get back to the revenue split in a second.
And there's already a ton of great collections of art and much more incoming. And we have some pretty big plans for this thing.
So he says much more incoming. We've got big plans for this thing. We'll put another pin in that. We'll come back to that.
It's starting off as a wallpaper app now. I don't want to overpromise too much, but it's going to be pretty consistently improving over time.
Again, like, oh, I don't want to overpromise too much about the future. You'll see why this is important.
Which is part of the reason why we're offering a subscription to support it. So go pick it up now. Poke around, find your new favorite wallpaper, your new favorite artist, and let me know what you think.
Did you catch that price? So the app is free, and then Panels Plus, which is the app's called Panels, is $50 a year for a wallpaper app.
It's kind of fun to be on the other side now, on the development side, where now other people are going to review what we make, which is always exciting.
Okay, so I want to pause here because Marques, if you are watching this video, or anyone on your team is watching this video, I want you to know that I am approaching all of the rest of what I'm going to say in good faith. This is good faith criticism that I'm about to say. Just to explain myself a little more, a lot of the criticism I've seen on Twitter regarding this app and Marques specifically, they're the kind of tech weirdos who really cream their pants over the Rabbit R1 and the Humane AI pin, both of which are products that Marques has rightfully so given negative reviews of on his channel. God, what is my grammar right now? The point is, these are shitty products, and he was right to harshly criticize them. But a lot of these tech weirdos think that he was really unfair in his reviews of them and has basically tanked entire businesses. If that's the case, they deserve it. Let's be honest. But now these tech weirdos are delighting in people harshly criticizing Marques's new venture. So I just wanted to clarify that I'm not making this video because I think he was wrong to criticize those shitty products. I don't really know why I'm making this video other than this incredible compulsion I have within me to talk about it. Because I do think that most people are focusing on this idea that it's a wallpaper app that costs $50 a year, but there's much more to criticize about it, and ultimately I do think it shows just how sadly out of touch Marques is, which hurts me to say, but I think as we discuss this app, you'll see what I'm talking about. So this is the app homepage, like this is the website for the app. This is not the actual app itself. This is just sort of promoting the app. Designed by artists, handpicked for you. Like he said, he's working with actual artists. From what I can tell, he's working with actual artists. It's not like AI generative. What are the benefits to subscribing to Panels Plus, the $50 a year one? Getting Panels Plus gives you full access to collections, full resolution wallpapers, and an ad-free experience. So you might be wondering, wait a minute, there are ads in this app? Oh boy, are there ads! So I screen recorded all of this, but the onboarding of this app, the very first thing it asks you to do is either sign up with Apple, with Google, or join Panels Plus. I hit skip for now. The next thing it pulls up is a bunch of toggle switches. The very first thing is notifications. No explanation of what the notifications are for. Why would I want notifications from a wallpaper app? I understand now, the website tells me that there are notifications for when they regularly add content to the app. I don't personally need that, but it's just weird that there's no explanation of why I would need notifications in the onboarding section of the app. Number 2, it says anonymous reporting, all of that stuff. I'm gonna turn that off. Join the newsletter. Obviously that's already checked. I'm not gonna do that either. Something that I didn't really get into, but other people have brought up, including Marques himself in a response to all of this backlash, is that the app asks for like a lot of data about its users. I missed this on my end, but I guess it asks for things like your location, your internet history, etc. He confirms it in his tweet saying that that's what the app has asked for, but it seems like it was just sort of a broad disclosure agreement or something like that. They don't actually want to collect all that data. They don't need to collect that data, so they're working on that in the future to sort of make sure that people know that that's not actually what they're doing. And if that's the case, then, fair enough. Here's what I do have a problem with. The very next screen, it says, let's get started. Select 5 artists for your home feed. Why? Like, I get it. They want to create like a For You page of artists and wallpapers that you might be interested in. Why are you having me follow artists and not kinds of wallpapers? You know what I mean? I don't know these artists. I just don't. And the fact that I have to select 5 artists before I can continue, 5 artists whose work I can't check out first before I select them. There's no way to like go into their portfolio and say like, oh, I like this artist. All you get are like 2 examples, 2 very small kind of like cropped in examples of their wallpapers. And that's it. I can't go check out the rest of their portfolio to be like, oh, I actually do like this artist. Let me follow them. But more than that, you can't skip this. I can't see anywhere on this screen to skip. Why are you making me follow artists that I can't look at? Like whose work I can't look at? Artists that I don't know. And why is it 5 of them? Because here's what happened for me. I was scrolling to find the artist that I might be interested in. And I found 3 that I was like, yeah, maybe. And then I still had to pick 2 more. They forced you to pick 2 more. So I just picked 2 at random. And now this home thing, this like For You page that's supposed to be curated to me is going to be filled with these 2 other artists that I just picked at random because I had to pick 5. That's not for me. I didn't want those 2 artists. I had to pick those 2 artists. Why isn't it types of wallpapers? Why isn't it like, do you like photography? Do you like minimalist wallpapers? Do you like colorful? Do you like black and white? Do you like cityscapes? Do you like nature? That feels like a stronger onboarding process to be like, what are the kinds of wallpapers that you actually like? That's just so baffling to me. But once you do pick those 5, finally you're into like the app proper. And here's where you will start seeing those ads I talked about. I cannot, for the life of me, understand why ads were added to this app. I get it. There's a free version of this app. This app is a free download and it has a premium subscription. But why are the ads here? Because you could argue the people who don't want to sign up, the people who sign up for this $50 a year, tier for Panels Plus, they're going to be the ones actually supporting the app development. Whereas the people on the free tier still need a way to, earn Marques and his team money. So they have to watch ads. And like, maybe I could see that argument. But number 1, the ads are so bad. These are like those mobile game ads for games that don't actually exist. You know what I mean? More than that, most of the ads that I've seen as you're like scrolling, through the app is an ad for a different, oh, this is another one. They're ads for other wallpaper apps. This is a different wallpaper app. that's being advertised on this wallpaper app. You'd think that they would have screened that a little bit, because now I'm getting advertisements for 5-star reviewed wallpaper apps that honestly might be better than this one. I don't know. Maybe I'll go check those out instead of this. Well, I'll just hop out of this app. I don't know the back-end development of stuff like this, but surely there must be a way to be like, we'll display ads that are good and not other competitors. That is so bonkers to me. But also the thing about the free tier compared to the paid tier is that the free tier only gets 1080p downloads of the wallpapers. And not only that, they only get certain collections of wallpapers, not even all of them. So there's already incentive for them to upgrade to the premium tier. There's no real reason to also throw in ads other than desperately needing the couple of cents, fractions of a cent that ads give you. Because if I'm a free user, I already understand I can't have every wallpaper that's in this app. I can't. There are a lot of collections, a lot of wallpapers that are just not available to me to get. And even the ones that I want are only limited to 1080p and not the full HD high resolution versions of those wallpapers. So you're already giving people reason to upgrade, but now you're making the entire app experience worse for people who don't have money. Because I get it. When you are a big tech YouTuber, or if you are someone who is just living very comfortably in life, you see people who don't want to pay for ad-free versions of stuff as people who don't want to spend money on that, right? That's how you see it. You see it as people who don't want to spend money on an ad-free version. But really, it's a lot of people who can't spend money on an ad-free version of something. And I'm not attacking Marques or anything like that. I'm glad he's found success with his YouTube channel. I think that's amazing. But when you've had that amount of success for so long, especially when you're in tech YouTube and it's all about the most expensive, the best, the next greatest thing, it's hard to bring your mind back down to the mindset of people who just can't afford those things. And so you're already locking them out of certain wallpapers, premium wallpapers, and limiting all of their downloads to a lower resolution, which I think that's fair. You know, you got to pay for server costs, you got to pay the artists. I get it. But then also littering your app with ads because those people can't pay $50 a year for a wallpaper app? Because yes, there's ads when you're scrolling in the feed, but there's also ads every time you want to download one of these wallpapers and you're on the free plan. You have to watch a 30-second ad to download a 1080p wallpaper. Absolutely preposterous. Because aside from everything else that I said, all the ads really do is make your app look cheap. It just makes your app look cheap. And why would I spend $50 a year? If I could spend $50 a year for a wallpaper app, why would I do that on an app that looks so cheap? I get it. Oh, the ads will be gone when you pay for it, but you're not giving me a great experience right off the bat because it's so littered with ads. I want to close the app. I just want to close the app and I just want to uninstall it from my phone. And I want to be clear, I'm a YouTuber. I make most of my living from YouTube AdSense. I'm not opposed to the idea of making money from ads. I just feel like this concept is so poorly implemented in this app. It doesn't have to be here. There's already reason enough for people to upgrade. If they want the HD versions, if they want all the wallpapers, that's reason enough. People will not upgrade to get rid of the ads. And I think that is maybe the mindset that they have. All the ads do is make the app annoying to use for free users, and they'll just want to uninstall it. I mean, that's literally the stuff you see from people in his comments. This is an iPhone review, the newest iPhone, by the way. These videos usually get, are some of his biggest of the year. But the entirety of his comments are not even talking about the iPhone. They're all talking about, no one's paying $50 a year for a regular wallpaper app. One of the wallpapers is called Orange. It's just solid orange. Like, here's this person in his comments. Excitedly installed panels to check it out. Realized half the content was premium only. That's fair, I guess. Yes, I agree. Clicked on one of the free ones, realized you still have to pay for the HD version. Okay. Clicked on the SD version, realized I need to watch 2 30-second ads to download it. Uninstalled the app. You're hitting free users with bad thing after bad thing after bad thing. This app, I feel like, is user hostile. I wonder how insanely out of touch you have to be to think $50 a year subscription for a wallpaper app is a good idea. 100%, $50 a year. I would like to note the per month cost is $12 a month, as it says right here on a Reddit post of people also flaming this idea. So when you compare it to streaming services, like, they're all gonna lose in the per year thing, right? Like Amazon Prime is $139 per year, but you can get a video only subscription for $9 a month. You can get an ad-free version for $3 extra per month, and that's the same price as a wallpaper app. Apple TV Plus, $10 per month instead of $12 per month of a wallpaper app. Disney Plus, $8 per month instead of $12 per month. Same with Hulu. Netflix is $7 per month. I would say those are arguably better value per month than a wallpaper app. $12 a month for wallpapers? And you're not even going to tell me on your app, on your website, how often they're updated. How often is new content added to the app? We regularly update our collection. How regularly? If I'm paying $12 a month, I better get hundreds of new wallpapers every month to choose from. $12 a month! I fully get that you are working directly with a small selection of artists. But that gets me back to my other issue, which is that your revenue split for the artists is 50%. 50%. What? You are taking 50% of the revenue and giving the artists, the ones that have actually provided the wallpapers, only 50%? I understand, to my audience, this might not have a lot of context behind it, but like, that is so bad. Someone on the MKBHD Reddit also sort of explained this. Oh, is this the orange wallpaper? Nice. A 50% revenue split with the artists versus the company that is, you know, selling this and like operating this is just almost unheard of in this space. Bandcamp, they take 15% and leave the artist with 85%. Patreon takes 5%, leaves the artist with 95%. OnlyFans only takes 20%. Etsy takes 6.5%. Spotify takes 30%. YouTube takes 30% of channel memberships and 45% YouTube Premium and AdSense as well. Marques, you know this. As a YouTuber, you know that YouTube, that Google, gives a better revenue split. Google, the money-hungry, greedy corporation Google, gives a better revenue split to its creators than you do. Again, I understand there are operating costs, there are server costs, but these are wallpapers. They're static images. They're not videos. They're not live wallpapers that have, you know, video parts to them, video elements about them. $50 a year. Can I say, let me do the math on that really quickly, actually. 12 times. Why did I have to do the math on that? It's 144. $144 a year if you pay monthly. What are we doing? I'm sorry I'm getting emotional. Marques, I really do like your videos. I'm still trying to represent this argument as a good faith argument, but I want to come back to this really quickly. When you say...
And we have some pretty big plans for this thing. So it's starting off as a wallpaper app now. I don't want to overpromise too much, but it's going to be pretty consistently improving over time.
And you already know where I'm going with this.
If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Never buy a product based on the promise of future software updates. Buy it for what it is right now when you buy it.
That's still this same video of the iPhone review. And I get it. You would probably say, yeah, absolutely. People shouldn't buy this wallpaper app for the promise of vague future updates. But then why are you promoting it right now? I've seen some people say that this really isn't Marques's app. This is an app that's existed for a while, and it's sort of been rebranded to be this new thing by him and his team. And so we really shouldn't place the blame on Marques because he was probably in some sort of weird contract working with this app and he has to promote it now and it can't wait any longer. all of that stuff. And really, when you think about it, if it's not even his app, then why are we even giving him criticism? Now, the reason I'm hammering this in so much is because it has been addressed by Marques himself, replying to a tweet saying, "What's funny is I saw exactly how that rumor came up and it's just false." He's saying here, it's not true. The reason why people think that it's an old app that he bought and rebranded and slapped his logo on is because the Twitter account, the official panel's Twitter account that they're using for the app, was made in 2021, but it became sort of an inactive account that they were able to salvage on their end. So because of this, people think that it's an old app that, you know, maybe he partnered with this company to work on it, to rebrand it, but he's outright saying it's not true. And in fact, he goes on to say verbatim, the app was built from scratch. This is his app, guys. And so I just want to like paraphrase what I wrote in my own YouTube comment under this video, because I can't find my comment. And oh, here it is. The amount of people who all agreed that the pricing, the revenue split, and ad-filled free model of the app were all good decisions is bonkers. I hate to say it, but I really do think that all of these bad decisions happened because nobody said no to Marques. And I hate that, because I don't want to see Marques as this guy that people are too afraid to say no to. He seems chill, he seems down to earth, but at the end of the day, if you've been doing tech YouTube for over a decade and you've been extremely successful at it, I do think that could make you a little out of touch with the everyday consumer. So Marques, if you are still watching somehow, or someone from your team is still watching, I say all this with love. I'm not trying to start drama. If anyone in my audience is still watching this far into the video, get in the comments and tell Marques how little you care about tech YouTube and how weird it is that I'm talking about this. Because something that I do value is growing and learning, which is why I use today's sponsor, Brilliant. You're not the only one who needs to make money, Marques. If you watching would like to develop your own app, Brilliant has a fantastic course on thinking in code, which helps you build solid foundations for computational problem solving. I've been learning how to code on and off again for the past couple of years, but nothing has been nearly as approachable as Brilliant, where you learn by doing, with thousands of interactive courses in math, data analysis, and programming. I mean, look at this. They're turning code into fun mini games. I would do anything to help this little robot buddy navigate the world. Genuinely, if programming has ever seemed opaque to you and you would like to establish a sturdy foundation of thinking in code, I can't recommend Brilliant enough for making it so easy to grasp. Maybe you could build your own wallpaper app. As a thought, if you're ready to join in on the never-ending quest for knowledge, head on over to brilliant.org/NerdSync or click the link in the description. You can try everything Brilliant has to offer for free for a full 30 days. And if you're hooked like I am, you'll get 20% off an annual premium subscription. Once again, that's brilliant.org/NerdSync or click the link in the description. Thank you so much to Brilliant for sponsoring this video. So that's the video. Sorry. Am I just in like the tech creator space more than I think I am? I texted a lot of my other YouTube friends about this video idea, and every single one of them responded with, I don't know what MKBHD is. If you do like this sort of thing, I did talk about how Amazon ruined the Comixology comic book reading app like 2 years ago. It's similar to this sort of thing where I just talk about bad app design for a bit. So go check that out and subscribe. Bye.